button. Hey, what's up? I'm still alive. This fucking loop.
Time is everything and nothing in Deathloop. Murder is a mere mirage as life and death collide in a twisting roller coaster of campy goodness that juxtaposes sharp dialogue with dull NPCs, stealthy dick kicks with not-so-stealthy boomsticks, science fiction with Harry Potter, and the only moment the player gets to catch their breath is when another player takes their breath, and the whole process starts all over again.
I knocked her hair off.
Deathloop is a first-person kick simulator where the player must utilize special abilities to locate and execute 8 different targets.
Cucumber?
To consume their soul, residuum, and magical pickle. It was made by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda, the people that have published Skyrim on loop for well over 10 years. So you know, not only is this game gonna be good, but it's gonna age like a fine wine. Like, I'm already vibrating with haptic excitement to buy the remastered remake of Deathloop on the PlayStation 360 for $700.
Fuck my kids. That doesn't sound right.
Deathloop is a unique experience in many regards. First and foremost, it strikes you over the head with its punchy art direction, as it employs a distinct 1960s retro spy aesthetic layered on top of a futuristic world like the Jetsons, Fallout, or the penis ship from Austin Powers. It's got that timeless graphical style that only endears players with nostalgia as the years pass into graphically impressive shadow. Think games like Warcraft 3 or Team Fortress 2. These masterpieces will undoubtedly be the Mona Lisas of our generation.
It's clearly a critique of modern capitalism. Dude, those are titties.
Deathloop employs a Groundhog Day dilemma to tell its story and explore its world. The player is stuck in a single revolving day with 4 stages divided into 4 times of day: morning, noon, afternoon, and night. 4 times 4, that's 16 levels for you to explore, get lost in, and prove to your parents that you aren't stupid.
Can I go home now?
This game is all about juxtapositions and balance. It gives the player tremendous agency in how they approach the puzzle, but ultimately never stops guiding them on their journey. You always have a clear objective despite being constantly confused by the amount of information. You never feel totally at a loss, as the developers are always over your shoulder like a helicopter parent.
I'm not stupid.
The sheer amount of information given to you is staggering. Notes, tapes, DMs, Tinder pics. You will read about 3 War and Peace novels by game's end in Russian, as the game introduces an entirely new vocabulary for you to try and learn and pronounce. Slabs, trinkets, infusions, eternalists.
Just turn around?
I haven't read this much since I went to Applebee's, and despite being diagnosed with the stupid, the game often made me feel brilliant as their invisible hand subtly nudged me towards the answer. And I love this subtle guidance because it creates the illusion of player intelligence, whether it be NPCs dropping hints via conversation, a quick cold cutscene, or a giant orange marker acting as my North Star.
No. I don't wanna.
And speaking of stupid, the NPCs might be the funniest and best part of this game. They're all drunk and horny, the game's most realistic feature. Like, put your cock away, bro, this is a kid's game. And these inebriated AI enable you to do pretty much anything and they won't notice. Crouch walk behind them, breathe down their neck, put their weenie away. These masked morons are pretty oblivious. Like, you could chop their best friend's head off right in front of them and they'll be like,
"You good, Todd?"
But that's not to say the game doesn't have challenges. Sometimes the NPCs can simply overwhelm you by their sheer volume, the Urukai to your Boromir.
I'm so excited.
But undoubtedly the greatest and most treacherous enemy in Deathloop besides the game crashes is water. Water may be the elixir of life in our world, but in Deathloop, it's a death sentence, drowning you, poisoning you, burning you. Like, I can't even begin to imagine how bad everyone on Black Reef smells. Burning showers hurt, man. The gameplay itself starts off slower, as you must rely on stealth to maneuver around the unfamiliar map. You will spend a lot of time crouch walking like you've got to take a massive Chipotle death dump.
You never order the carnitas.
But as your loadout expands and you find which slabs best fit your playstyle, the game really begins to shine. Maybe too bright. Like, I personally prefer the blink and invisibility slabs because of the movement freedom they provide. Dash behind enemies, sneak into Hogsmeade, watch people on the toilet.
Must have had the carnitas.
And these skills quicken the pace and increase your confidence, so rather than timidly looking around, you just start blasting. Your inner Call of Duty sociopath emerges, and the possibilities of breaking the loop begin to reveal themselves. You can start crafting your blueprint of freedom. Harriet in the morning at the hangar, Igor at night at the orgy, Professor Plum in the bathroom with some bathwater. But perhaps Deathloop's most intriguing and annoying mechanic is Juliana, a multiplayer function like Dark Souls where other players can invade your world and attempt to spoil the fun. This mechanic acts as an unpredictable shakeup to your desired playstyle, forcing you to confront your mortality and inherent badness at video games, as other players will continually kick your ass in the most intense gunfights that no drunk NPC could provide. It's like jumping from the Goombas to the Dark Souls in a matter of seconds. Those moments when you're invaded are so intense. It's a true spy-on-spy action thriller featuring me hiding in a corner with a knife and Lamar Longbone hunting me like I'm the deer from God of War. The sheer excitement of the cat and mouse game compensated for the distinct frustration of dying to some dickhead rocking the thunder gun while you've got a beer bottle.
I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction.
And when you've lost all your residuum to a Juliana, take your anger out as Juliana, invading other players' worlds, because everyone knows the most fun a human being can have playing video games is ruining another human being's fun playing a video game.
Fuck gamers.
All in all, Deathloop is a fun experience, but it's not flawless. Dumbo NPCs put the weight of the in-game challenges upon puzzles and reading, which will force you to utilize all 40 of your IQ points. That being said, I'm happy I played this game. Not only did it make me feel smart and dumb at the same time, but it taught me perhaps the most important life lesson if one wants to avoid the loop of death, which is never, ever take a shower. Shout out to the patrons: Manderson, Perkadirk, Lions, Tiger, Jay, Piles, Ilya Fadid, Rubbery Rubin, and of course Zachary Dow. If you're not a patron,